That's okay. You can do it. Sorry about that.
No, it's all right, you're good. Okay. Oh. Yeah. I'd like to call the Town of Smithfield Zoning Board of Review for September 4th to order. Tonight with us on the zoning board, Mr. John Hunt, Mr. Frank Smith. Our zoning board clerk is Donna Carrero. I'm Jim Blessman, chairman. Our assistant solicitor is David Ursillo. Linda Marcello, vice chair, is here. Ed Savito, voting member. And the stenographer is Carol Ogden. Donna, do we have any correspondence?
Yes, we have two continuances. The first is with regard to case 23-012, Sun Builders. We have a request dated August 22nd from attorney Timothy Kane, addressed to James Buzzin, chairman of the Smithfield Zoning Board, requesting to consider this correspondence, a request to continue this matter to your October 2nd, 2024 meeting. The reason for the request is due to a scheduling conflict. The second continuance is with regard to case 24-013, CGRI Greenville LLC as applicant and owner of property on 473 Putnam Pike. They have submitted an email dated August 31st to please accept this email as a formal request for a postponement until the October meeting. This is from attorney Joe Shikachi, representing the applicant, stating they need more time to collect information on the proposed use and study the current code of Smithfield.
Okay, board members, you've heard the requests. I'd entertain a motion to continue both of these to our October 2nd meeting.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we continue these two matters to our October 2nd meeting.
Second.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Okay. All right, yes, if anyone is here for those two cases, just make sure you come back on October 2nd, that this is your notice that it's been continued to the next monthly meeting. Board members, if you've had a chance to review the meeting minutes of our August 7th meeting, I'd entertain a motion to approve the meeting minutes.
Second.
Okay. Linda Marcello will not be voting on this. She was not here that night. Any changes or modifications to the meeting minutes? Okay. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. I guess technically we should do the health and safety.
The emergency evacuation and health notification. In the case of an emergency, there are two main exits out of the chambers. First is to the left side of the stage, up the stairs, and down the stairs to the back side of the town hall. The second exit is out the back of the chambers to the doorway, which will take you to the stairway down to the front of the town hall. Men's facilities are through the back of the chambers, around the corner on the right. The ladies' facilities are through the back of the chamber, up the stairs, and on the left. Please do not use the elevator in times of emergency.
Thank you, Donna. And if you would now read our, the old business.
Case 24-016, Mark Siegel is applicant and owner of property located at 163 Old County Road, listed as Plat 25, Lot 110, seeks a variance to deviate from section 5.4.1 dimensional regulations to construct an addition in an R20 district.
Okay, is the applicant here?
Good evening. This is my wife Vanessa.
All right, raise your right hands, please. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name and address for the record, please.
Mark Siegel, 163 Old County Road.
And Vanessa Siegel, also 163 Old County Road.
Thanks, Mark and Vanessa. Okay. All right, would you like to explain what you're trying to accomplish with this application?
First, it was brought to our attention that the site plan that we had, that the road was mislabeled, so I corrected
Do me a
that.
favor, you have to speak into the microphone.
Oh, sorry.
Close it.
It was brought to our attention that the road was mislabeled on our site plan, so I have updated copies of that I was going to give you guys. I don't know if we printed enough, but
Okay, well, we have this in our possession.
yes.
What is wrong about it?
So where it says Old County Road is actually Pinewood Drive, and then at the front where it just says road is Old County Road. I was worried about the other details and didn't notice
All right,
that.
so- Okay, so as we look at this, to our left is Old County Road,
Yep,
and what says Old County is actually Pinewood.
correct.
Okay. Wouldn't Pinewood be on the other side?
Pinewood would be, no, on the side where it says Old County, that is Pinewood. It's very tight.
Yeah,
There's almost no, it's almost, because it's been there for a long time. The house was built a very long time ago. So there's almost no relief on that side. Like the road is literally like 3 feet from our house.
No, I understand, but your driveway is over here.
yep,
That is on the Pinewood side.
no.
No.
No, that, where the driveway is, our neighbor is right there.
Correct.
Our driveway butts her driveway.
I was there today,
I promise.
really?
and I was on Old County Road,
Yeah.
Yep,
and I'm facing your house,
yep.
Yes.
and the cars, there's an old truck.
No, we don't have an old truck. We don't have a truck at all.
No, yeah. So if you're facing, it is a confusing corner because I think what happened was when they built the condos, they cut off that street that's now called Old County.
Yeah.
People always get
So
lost.
technically, our house is kind of on a dead end. When we give directions to our house, we have to say, go to 157 and stay right of the guardrail, because there's a guardrail that goes along the road that separates us.
Yeah, and
So
people-
we are Old County, but we're also on a dead end. It's kind of
It almost
awkward.
should be labeled another street,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
Okay,
But if you face the house, if you're facing our house, our neighbor right to the right is really the only neighbor we have.
Yeah.
Because to the left is a street, front is a street, and behind us is a street. There's only one neighbor.
And we actually have a letter from her where she,
yeah, I saw-
she's okay with.
yes, we have the letter.
Okay.
If you'd like, we can read that into the record, or we could just make it an exhibit to the,
Make an exhibit, that's fine. Unless you want us to read it in the record, that's your choice.
well, we have it.
Okay.
We've all seen the letter.
Okay.
We'll just label this Exhibit 1. Okay.
So is it also, is it relief from the side setback and not the rear setback?
Is this the only drawing you have?
We might have a couple more older drawings. I'm not sure.
Relief from where? The side? Yes. And nothing because it states on the application. Really. 18 feet to, relief from the rear setback requirement. So if you look at you're wondering why they needed relief when it was 57 feet.
Right, yeah, I agree with that, yeah.
I don't even think our house is 19 feet from the neighbor's driveway.
Yeah.
It's very, it's crammed in there.
This is a corner lot, right?
Technically, yeah,
Yes.
yes.
So
Yeah,
I guess it depends on what's considered the front of this corner lot.
that's in the,
The front highway?
Yes, Chris.
Christopher Gentile, son of Colin employee. So the street's on 3 sides. So I think you might have been at 160. If you go up Old County and you veer off, and it's sort of, it's on the right. It's sort of like an open asphalt area almost. You go right to the end of it, it's a dead end. That's where their house is. So there's, Old County is considered to be Old County, even though basically Old County is also the road that goes by their house. I mean, it's
It
strange.
should be a dead end of its own. It's very awkward.
And so there's also the Pinewood, which is what goes to the condominiums, and then there's another street behind their house. So my interpretation of this was that where they're looking for relief was a backyard because it would be opposite the Pinewood. And on all sides, there's a street. So I interpret it as backyard. I mean, and then that would require relief from the 30-foot setback versus the side yard setback. Either way, it's approximately, I scaled it out on this map, which is 11 by 17, it's 3 feet from their property line. So,
Because it has 3 roads,
right,
those 3 roads would be your front and your 2 sides.
yeah.
right, but they're all fronts by the zoning ordinance, so all they have on the side that doesn't face a road is backyard. That would be my interpretation. So then they would ask for 27 feet of relief because it's a back setback.
And how is this used? Is it used as a backyard or is it used as just?
It's really the driveway?
Okay.
Yeah, it appears.
Yeah, it was a driveway before, and we're pretty much just extending the garage, which we were just going to use as a mudroom and storage space.
Yeah. We don't have much storage.
So this is basically 12 by 12, 11 foot 9 inches by,
Yeah, yeah, roughly
Yeah.
12 by 12.
roughly 12 by 12 on the front of the garage.
Yes.
Okay?
So that'll be 3 feet off the property level?
That's right.
You're 27 feet of relief.
Yes.
The existing garage is currently about just under 5 feet. So that's what was already existing. It's obviously grandfathered in. So the current garage is already very close to the property line as it is.
So it's 5 feet for the current garage.
Accurate, yes.
And and your neighbor is the one that abuts this?
Yes. The one that kind
And
of
she obviously has no
Yeah.
issue with it, okay.
Yeah, we have a very good relationship with her already, so.
Okay?
And what would be the relief if it was interpreted as side?
I think it'd be, it's gonna be more than 200.
12, right? Is it 15 feet?
Yeah, 15, so.
15 for a side. So if this was considered side, I think there'd
It's a 12-foot relief.
12-foot relief if it was considered side.
The building department notes on the staff report they brought up the same concern, it looks like, with the wording of it.
So I think, board members, if we want to treat this as a side, then it appears to be okay with me to be side. We'll just make it, it's a 12-foot variance. Is everybody okay with that?
Absolutely.
All right. there are some, when you go to get your building permits, the building official has some concerns relative to fire rating and things. You have to address those. with them.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Any further questions from the board?
What is the, what's the height of the structure?
Ooh, good question.
I don't have the exact figure. I could guess for you. I would say that it's about 12 feet,
Yeah.
but it angles down. So I think it starts at 12 and then it angles down to about
I'd say about
8.
8, yeah.
Yeah.
Is 8 going to match the height of the garage behind
No.
it?
No, the garage is much taller.
Okay.
So
Okay, but
it's lower than the existing
Yes.
garage?
Yes.
Okay, that's an important distinction,
Yep.
okay?
is it going to be tied into the garage directly?
Yes, correct. Right against the garage.
Abuts,
Yeah,
yep.
abuts the garage and the side of the house.
Okay. All right. If, board members, there's no further questions, I'd like to open up the public hearing. Do you guys, anything else that you want to talk about?
No, Chairman. Thank you.
All right. So I'd like to open up the public hearing. Anyone here would like to speak in favor of this application? Anyone like to speak in opposition to this application? Not hearing any, I'll close the public hearing and entertain a motion to take it under advisement.
Chairman, make a motion, we take it under advisement.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Just FYI, what that means is, at the end of the meeting is when we actually discuss and vote.
Okay.
So you're welcome to stay, or you can call the building official in the morning.
What, do you have a suggestion? Should we stay or?
It's up to you. If you're curious, there's one more case to be heard.
I'm very curious.
So,
Okay.
We'll stay.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
all right, so this distinction is, it's a side yard setback of variance of 12 feet. Okay. All right, everybody good? Let's go to the next case.
New business, case 24-018, Nina Girardi is applicant and Robert and Donna DeAndrea as owners of property located at 52 Coolidge Avenue, listed as plat 44, lot 37D, seek a variance to deviate from section 4.4.8.1C, accessory dwelling unit, to demolish an existing detached accessory family dwelling unit and construct a new accessory family dwelling unit in an R20 district.
Is the applicant here?
Good
Please,
evening.
please, good evening. Please state your name and address for the record, please.
Nina Girardi, 190 Pleasant View Avenue.
Robert DeAndrea, 52 Coolidge Avenue, Greenville.
Okay. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Very good. Please tell us what this application is for.
All right, so we are trying to build a, it says 1,600, but it's an 1,100 square foot ADU. We had a 429 square foot small boathouse ADU that we did demo because it wasn't being used. But we're seeking to build another ADU that would be attached as well. And we're looking for 1,100 opposed to the 900 square feet.
All right. So let me restate this for you. So our ordinance is 900 square feet,
Correct.
and you want to build 1,200?
1,100. Correct,
So you want a 200-foot variance?
correct.
Okay. Because your application says 700, and that was going to be concerning. I think.
Correct.
So that's a good thing. Okay, it's good.
A lot has changed. I apologize.
It's okay. Looking at the area that you demolished, do you know what the footprint is going to be for the new ADU?
Yeah, just a one-floor ranch, yes.
Well, I mean, footprint
sorry.
is, how, the size?
Oh, so we were gonna use where it started, like if you look at the survey, where where it says previous dwelling, we were just gonna start it right there and go a little bit longer.
How many bedrooms are there gonna be?
2 beds. 2 beds, 2 baths.
Is this on a septic system?
It used to be, and then a few years ago, I want to say 10 years ago, my father and they have it connected to the sewer now. So,
Perfect.
And the new ADU will be connected to the sewer?
correct, yes.
And you're on town water,
No, well,
wells,
correct.
okay? And the well sized for this new ADU, or you're gonna have a new well,
Size for the new one.
okay?
There's plenty of water right on the lake.
Just look out the back window. Yeah. And the one thing is, by the ordinance, it's supposed to be fed by the same electrical service.
Correct. And that's what our plan is,
Okay,
correct.
okay.
Does the current service have the capacity to increase, or are you gonna build a bigger service?
Electrical service,
Well, the old structure had electrical
Correct.
service coming from our house to it, right?
Yes, so I'm actually in the process of talking to National Grid, because I don't know if I have to go bigger or not, if that makes sense, but, because there's a pole there that we're trying to get moved as well, but,
right? But as far as you know, you don't need a new service to be brought in. You can
Correct,
use the same service
absolutely.
and just size the panels.
Yes, I'm sorry, yes.
Okay.
So do you know if they're going, if you have like 100 amp and going to a 200 amp, do you know that?
I don't know that offhand. I have the paperwork in my car. I have a picture of it, but I don't know.
Do you have any additional drawings or anything about the facility?
I do not have it set up. I called we're hoping to do modular, so, and
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, we're hoping to do a modular build, so I was just, I had called the guy today, and he said he did not have the plans today, but I have like a rough estimate, and it's 1073, so I'm just asking for 1,100, just to make sure
That's fine.
everything's all set.
It is difficult to vote on something that you don't know what it's gonna look like.
Technically, we don't have to know what it looks like. One of the things about an accessory family dwelling unit, it can't be any higher than.
Correct.
Cannot be taller than the existing home?
Correct.
Okay, so you understand?
Oh, yes,
that?
very aware,
You
yes.
understand those limits?
Yep.
I mean,
Yes, sir.
excuse me, I at least for one I feel like it'd be helpful to at least have something, no pun intended, but concrete on where the foundation was gonna be located. I know it's going to start on this footprint, but, which way is it gonna go? Is it gonna go closer
Well-
to the pond? Is it gonna go closer to the house? Is it gonna go?
No, so if you're looking at, like, it's just gonna go longer that way. It's just gonna go longer to the right, if you're looking at it.
Longer
Up the
towards?
hill, up the hill towards the street.
Correct,
Or just
correct.
Away from the water.
Correct, away from the water.
All right.
And it's gonna be no more than 1,100 square feet.
Correct.
Okay. What's the side yard setback? Okay, 15 foot. I think If anybody's eye's good enough, does that say 19 feet, 8 inches side yard setback from the
Yeah, the 19.5, I believe that says.
19.5, okay. So you need to be careful when you build this, you can only have a 15 feet from the side yard.
Correct.
So as you look away from it, your neighbor, it can't be any closer than 15 feet.
It's not going any, were you at the property today?
I was.
So it's not going any further back. It's not going anywhere. If anything, it would be 3 feet towards their house this way.
Closer to the home.
Correct.
Okay, all right, that's just,
It actually says 19.8.
yeah, that's what I thought it said.
Yeah, 19.8.
Okay. Good for you.
Technology.
All right. So there's no other setbacks or anything requirements?
I understand that it's hard because you don't have a concrete plan. I understand that, but it was hard to plan for, you know what I mean? Like, what comes first, I guess.
Have you investigated whether or not you have any DEM filings required? Because you're close to the water? I think it's now 50 feet, Chris?
No, yeah, at least 50 feet.
You have to be at least 50 feet away from the water.
Correct.
They do have an existing structure.
Yeah, and we wouldn't be going any closer to the water.
They should probably make that determination if they need some kind of well.
Yeah. It's just, somebody should investigate whether or not DEM is going to have anything to say about building.
So I just called it DEM and say,
You just make them aware of what you're doing and that how far from the water you're going to be building, and I don't know what other questions, that's basically the only questions I think they ask.
Your surveyor may be able to give you some insight first.
okay, thank you.
So is it the Smithfield setback 100 feet? Or did it-
That's been,
It's been, yeah, overruled.
250.
Yeah,
yeah, there's certain wetland buffers that are now 50 feet that if anybody, if another town had a larger one, it's reverted back to 50 feet. But there are certain 200-foot ones depending on the area, the banks and stuff, there's other.
Depends on the tributary,
Right.
how wide it is. But basically, everybody's using the 50-foot setback.
okay. All right. Board members, any further questions for the applicant? All right, not hearing any. I'd like to open up the public hearing. Would anyone like to speak in favor of the application? Would anyone like to speak in opposition to this application? All right, not hearing any. Close the public hearing and entertain a motion to take under advisement.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we take this under advisement.
Second,
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, we can now entertain a motion to go into deliberations.
Second.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. First case, 24-16, 163 Old County Road, the building of a mudroom and storage onto an existing structure.
Chairman, I make a motion that we approve as amended 12-foot side setback.
Okay?
Second.
All right, motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? Not hearing any? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. All right. Next case is 24-18, 55 Coolidge Road, the replacement of an existing ADU with a larger ADU. The request now, I think, is 200 square feet. So I'd entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we approve this as submitted.
Modified to 200 square
200.
foot.
Yes.
200 square foot variance for the size of the ADU above our 900 square foot limit. Okay,
We need to put in a no larger than 11 square feet of the 200 takes care of
I think the 200 takes care of it. I mean, if they can't build more than that. We can say in the motion, it's 1,100 square foot ADU when the 200 square foot variance. Okay? Any further questions or discussions? Not hearing any?
We need to say-
Oh, we need a second on the motion?
I'll second.
Any motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Mr. Hunt?
it. Chairman, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Very good, guys.